Tempted by his looks, he takes him home. Something unspeakable happens between. Later, he finds out the guy is his old friend. The wheels of fate start turning at this moment, tying together two people who should never have crossed paths. Wang Jin finishes a long day of work. He walks down the hospital corridor dragging his tire. A few young nurses see him, their eyes light up. They all rush over. 得着完your shift and you work hard. Merry Christmas. Jin gently pulls down his mask. Under it is a face so handsome you can't look away. He smiles slightly. Merry Christmas Eve. I'll leave the rest to you guys. He turns and walks away smoothly. The nurses behind him are instantly mesmerized. Their eyes, full of stars. He's so handsome no matter when. One nurse says dreamily. Not just that. Great at his job. With people. So young and already a surgery director. Plus he's a trust fund kid, but he doesn't have any bad habits. Good thing he's marrying. Otherwise who knows what lucky girl would snag him. Wang Jin walks out of the hospital. Cold night air hits his face. He feels a bit more awake. Not far down the street a small plaza is loud and lively. A countdown party hosted by businesses draws a big crowd. His phone vibrates. He takes out his phone and looks. It's a text message. Our relationship ends here. Hope you find a new bed partner soon. Wang Jin poses her sign. Then calmly replies thanks. Wish you two a happy life together. The plaza is packed with people. Countdown cheers rise and fall. Wang Jin just stands. He sees a figure stumbling toward him. He instinctively reaches. Then a strong smell of alcohol hits him. His pulse, but nothing serious. Just really drunk. Wang Jin can't help but joke. You forgot how good I am. Even drunk, you know to pick the hottest guy to run into. He tries to make the drunk stand up straight. But suddenly, the guy wraps his arms around him. The drunk lifts a face covered in tears and calls him brother. Only then does Wang Jin see the young guy's face clear. His heart skips a beat. Those delicate features are exactly his type. His skin is so pale it almost glows. His pink lips tremble slightly, like cherry blossoms. He unconsciously reaches out to touch the young guy's cheek. His voice softens without. Heartbroken, the young guy nuzzles against his palm. And home himself. Wang Jin, as if possessed, lifts the boy's chest. His voice carries a hint of temptation. The young guy hums again. His eyes hazy and obedient. Once they get home, the atmosphere between them grows warm and steamy. All sounds that make your face flush come from the room now and then. What happens next really can't be described in detail. So just the next morning, Wang Jin, like usual, book. Before he opens his eyes, the feeling of soft warmth in his arms makes him remember everything from last night. His body can't help but stir, wanting to continue where they left off in the morning. He just starts to move. The boy in his arms suddenly opens his eyes. After seeing what's going on, the young guy curses, then kicks the man next to him out of bed. Who are you? What did you do to me? This is a question. Seeing the young guy all work and says helplessly, last night you were clinging to me, calling me brother over and over. And today you're saying I'm a criminal. Don't be so cold and unreasonable, okay? If you had a knife in his hand, Xianrong would definitely slash that face that thinks is so charming, but is actually shameless. He tries hard to remember what happened last. He drank liquor yesterday and wanted to go home. After getting drunk, he felt unsafe everywhere. So he instinctively pushed into a crowded plaza. So, seems like he saw that person come to pick him up. So he went home with that person. So everything last night was just his delusion. He actually spent last night with this jerk. Yanrong's word also starts to get the picture. But he already got what he wanted. He should still show some class. He tries to conquer. It's okay. How drunk hookups happen all the time. Don't beat yourself up. When I was your age, I got drunk once and wouldn't let go of my brother's punching bag. He starts laughing at his own story. He laughs halfway, because Yanrong starts crying. Yanrong glares at him fiercely. What you did has nothing to do with me. Wang Jin suddenly feels very awkward. He calls twice, trying to change the subject. After a busy, you must be hungry. Get dressed first. What do you want to eat? He picks up clothes from the floor as he talks, thinking so that he can force things. Badger to stay calm. Then he picks up the boy's jacket that was tossed on the floor last night. A card slips out of the pocket. He picks it up. It's a student ID from the nearby international school. The photo shows the boy right in front of him. The name says Yanrong, nationality Sweden. He holds that card. His throat tightens. Yanrong, how old are you? He's a surgical director. With his great family background, he's a trust fund kid. Handsome and easygoing. With a perfect man. But he's not into marriage. That day after work, Wang Jin happens to find a drunk young guy on the street. The young guy not only hugs him crying his eyes out, but also calls him brother in a daze. Wang Jin doesn't want to get involved. But when he accidentally looks down and sees the young guy, he's instantly stunned. It's a face so perfect it's unreal. Like he walked right out of a painting. Every feature looks like it was made exactly to his taste. So Wang Jin, as if possessed, takes him home. And even does all sorts of things to him. After a steaming bath, the next morning the handsome guy wakes up furious. Who are you? What did you do to me? Only then does Wang Jin realize how serious this is. He quickly calms down, picks up the boy's ID to check, and finds out he's a Swedish kid. In the ID photo, Yanrong's eyes are clear, overlapping with the young guy curled up in the corner of the bed. Wang Jin's heart sinks. His Adam's apple. He asks, trying to stick. Yanrong, how old are you? The young guy's pale fingers brush his wet cheek. He answers coldly. I'm already leaving. Wang Jin breathes a sigh of relief, but the panic inside doesn't go away. He turns around, quickly pulls out his phone. His fingers tap rapidly on the screen. The search results pop up and his back is instantly soaked in cold. Guilt washes over his reason. He curses himself inside for being such a jerk. He wants to slap himself. He actually did something like that. Something so ridiculous to a stranger. It's done. Running won't help. He can only. Just as Wang Jin tries to calm down, there's a slight sound behind him. mixed with a muffled groan of pain. Wang Jing turns around. Their eyes meet. Yanrong instinctively pulls the blanket. His eyes show a hint of unease. Wang Jing clears his throat, trying to ease the tension. I'll get you some clean clothes. Why don't you take a shower? He raises both hands, backs out of the room step by step, even makes his footsteps echo as he worried the other guy might feel scared. Yanrong listens to the footsteps. He slowed, wanting to lock the door. But wait, this must be... Would someone who drives a stranger home to do this type be a good person? He hesitates for a moment, then walks to. Hot water washes over. The sticky feeling on his skin leaches, but the discomfort inside can't be washed. That private area still aches faintly, reminding him of last night's craze. Yanrong clearly remembers everything from last night. The shyness and awkwardness of taking the other time. How happy he was then. How humiliated he feels now. Before long, Wang Jing comes back with new clothes. He knows the little guy scares easily. A sudden knock might frighten him, so he purposely calls twice outside the door, then knocks gently. The door slowly opens from inside. Yanrong only shows his wet face. His eyes are a bit red. Water still dripping from his hair. Wang Jing hands over the clothes. His tone is gentle. Brand new tags still on. Might be a bit big though. Make do for now. Yanrong hesitates. Takes the clothes. Says thanks quietly. Wang Jing smiles. I'll wait for you downstairs. Then turns and leaves. Yanrong puts on the clothes. The shirt is definitely too big. He tucks it into his jeans. Rolls up the sleeves a few times. He walks back. Sees Wang Jing sitting on the couch. When Wang Jing notices him coming down, he turns around to ask if he's hungry. Does he want something to eat? Wang Jing's tone is gentle. Completely different from last night's food. However, even in new clothes, Yanrong still can't shake the unease inside. He feels awkwardly. Both still hung up on what happened and not wanting to be treated like a kid. He tries hard to look mature. Says coldly, I'm not hungry, I'm going home. Wang Jing sees right through him, but doesn't call him out. Just asks, calmly. A man picks up a drunk, handsome mixed-race kid on the street. So he takes him home. Something unspeakable happens. But when he wakes up, he finds out the kid just turned legal. And is actually his old friend's adopted son. Now he's got a huge problem. Back to the story. After Yanrong comes out of the room, he's filled with shame and regret. For Wang Jing sits there. Where's your place? I'll drive you. Yanrong refuses. No need, I can get back myself. He just wants to get far away from this man. Doesn't want any more contact with him. But Wang Jing stands up, walks toward him step by step. You don't have cash. No phone either. How will you get back? Yanrong's heart panics. Like his secret's been exposed. He immediately turns around, says stiffly, none of your business. Then walks outside trying to look calm. Wang Jing notices his thin legs trembling slightly. He probably can't even make it out of the neighborhood. Or just as Wang Jing thought. He can't walk anymore. His face is pale as tiny beads of sweat form on his forehead. Physical discomfort forces him to bend over. He leans against the wall, breathing heavily. Just then, a red car slowly stops beside him. The window rolls down. Wang Jing's chiseled face appears in his view. A flash of panic crosses Yanrong's eye. Then he lowers his head, not daring to look at him. Wang Jing doesn't rush. Doesn't say much either. Just waits quiet. He knows right now Yanrong is like a wounded animal. Any little push might make him completely break down. Time passes second by second. Yanrong's breathing gradually sticks. The physical pain doesn't ease at all. He bites his eye, finally opens the passenger door, and gets in. Wang Jing finds it secretly frozen. This little guy's stubbornness is unexpected. But seeing him with red eyes about to cry again, he can only hold back his... Asks him where to go. Yanrong's voice is a bit hoarse. Names a fancy European-style neighborhood. A new development that opened last year. A friend of mine lives there. I went when he moved in. Rong doesn't respond. Right now his heart is full of grief and anger. He has zero interest in talk. After driving for a bit, Wang Jing senses his mood has eased somewhat. So he tries to break the silence. From your accent. Keeps his head down. Want to talk much? Trying to close the distance. Your Chinese is pretty good. Then he points to the glove compartment. There's chocolate and juice in it. Help yourself if you want some. But Yanrong coldly refuses. Wang Jing says no more. Instead asks, did you come here with your parents? After a moment of silence, Yanrong slowly speaks. My mom was Chinese. His voice is low and calm, but carries a weight he can't hide. They both pass. A plane crash. Wang Jing freezes. He didn't expect Yanrong to have gone through something like that. Yanrong doesn't seem to want sympathy. He adds, trying to sound casual. I was adopted. My adopted father is really good to me. Hearing this, Wang Jing, his hands on the steering wheel, start